remain in port, seek safe harbor, alter course, and/or secure the vessel for severe conditions. Milton now a major Category 5 hurricane. New information changes to watches and warnings. The tropical storm watch has been upgraded to a tropical storm warning for coastal Dixie, coastal Franklin, coastal Jefferson, coastal Taylor, coastal Wakulla, inland Dixie, inland Taylor, and Lafayette. A tropical storm watch has been issued for inland Jefferson and Madison. Current watches and warnings. A tropical storm warning is in effect for coastal Dixie, coastal Franklin, coastal Jefferson, coastal Taylor, coastal Wakulla, inland Dixie, inland Taylor, and Lafayette. A tropical storm watch is in effect for inland Jefferson and Madison. Situation overview. At 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Hurricane Milton was a major Category 5 hurricane in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico and was moving due east as it parallels the northern portions of the Yucatan Peninsula. It reached Category 5 status around 12 p.m. noon Eastern Daylight Time today after a period of rapid intensification that began Sunday evening accelerated this morning. Milton is still forecast to make landfall along the Florida west coast later on Wednesday or into early Thursday as a major hurricane. While the wind speeds at landfall are forecast at a Category 3, a substantial increase in the size of Milton will keep gusty winds and a rainfall threat in place for the southeastern Florida Big Bend. While Milton is currently a small hurricane by size, the wind field is forecast to grow larger as it approaches Florida, and this will bring an increase in the surge concern to the west coast of Florida, despite the decrease in winds. Additionally, it will begin to interact with a cold front moving southeast over the Florida Panhandle. This expansion in the wind field will help to increase winds on the northwest side of the circulation. Thus, tropical storm conditions are likely across the Apalachee Bay coastline and into the southeast portions of the Florida Big Bend inland and east of Jefferson County, Florida. Note, while gusty winds may not reach tropical storm strength across much of the area, but they could still hamper recovery efforts from Helene and cause additional damage to weakened trees or structures. In addition to the wind threat, heavy rainfall is likely across the southeast Big Bend. As Milton interacts with the cold front, a band of heavy rain may materialize that could produce 3 to 5 inches of rain, with local amounts potentially higher across the lower Suwannee Valley. This could result in some localized flash flooding. There will be a very sharp cutoff in the higher rainfall amounts on the northwestern side of the Milton, so any subtle shift in track could bring higher, or lower, amounts of rainfall to those who reside along the current gradient of heavy rain. This gradient, which has moved southeast with this advisory, now stretches from steam hatching northeast through Lake City, Florida. Tornadoes and storm surge are currently not a concern with the forecast track of Milton. However, storm surge will be highly track dependent. Any shifts in the track northward may bring a storm surge threat into some portions of the Apalachee Bay. With strong easterly flow ahead of the storm, there will at least be some potential for minor coastal flooding under 3 feet, mostly along any beaches with an east-facing aspect. These would likely be beaches from Alligator Point to St. Mark's. Dangerous marine conditions are also expected, with building waves and strengthening winds beginning Wednesday and persisting into Thursday afternoon or evening. This will result in high surf and deadly rip currents along all area beaches for much of the upcoming week. The current time is 5:32 p.m.